Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Brawlin' with Brett. I am your host, Brett, obviously. Otherwise, the show would be named something else. This is Wednesday's video, so we are continuing playing Calix in Brawl. If you didn't catch the first video, I do recommend you check it out. We got a couple games in. Neither of them went great. Game 2, thought that we were going strong for a while, but our opponent won out and took forever doing it. So we're going to have faster, more interesting games. That was my promise to you all on Monday, and so let's see if I keep my promise or if I am a filthy liar. So this is our first time around with Calix. You have literally seen me play. If you watched Monday's video, you have seen me play 100% of the decks I've played with this. So this is the first version of the deck. Whoo boy, and we're playing against an aggro deck. So I think there are some cards we can use to get this game under control, and hopefully we draw them. This is a pretty decent opener. We have some removal and some creatures, so we are going to just go ahead and keep that pretty quick. Thankfully, we are going first. We are going to play our Shockland into play tapped because we need to preserve our life total as much as possible because our opponent is going to be coming in strong. I can promise you that much. So let's get Starfield Mystic out here. That's going to help us with our removal. Making our enchantments cost less, and when enchantment we control is put into a graveyard, we get to put a 1/1 counter on him. Mostly he is here to make our enchantments cheaper. See what our opponent does. Multiple 1/1s are tricky. Ooh, lava coiling that. So it's kind of a bummer, to be honest with y'all, but that's okay. If any time that they're having to answer our creatures, they are not putting more to the board for us to deal with. 2/3 is not a terrible amount of toughness and power to have. And our creature here is an enchantment. Oh boy, okay. Just chipping us away right now. We are going to put Calix down, actually, because that is going to bring Calix up to 5 when we tick up here. And hopefully we can draw another creature or some removal. So, boom, first striking creature. That doesn't suck. And if we are playing Bronzehide Lion, ideally we want to have Bronzehide Lion have a creature to go on to if it dies. So I think that would work out pretty nicely. So our opponent might play Torbran here, but I don't think that would honestly be the best play in the world. So hopefully they do. Hopefully they play Torbran and swing 3 damage into Calix. That's the dream play, because then we got to just snap Banishing Light that Torbran, because we need to keep... Yes! Ha-ha! Hey, at least I got my wish of having a faster game. Our opponent can, actually move forward, which is real nice. Depending on what land we draw... Okay. We're going to up Calix, because that's the only thing we can do. We will get the Kenrith's transformation. I don't want them to have an elk right now, so we are going to just Banishing Light Torbran, which our opponent won't be able to answer our enchantments, and so, likely, I mean, I suppose there's a few colorless options, like Ugin they could be running to take them out, but that means we are going to be able to pump a bunch of creatures under our enchantments, and our mono-red opponent won't have a lot of things to do about it, because, if you do not know this, red cannot deal with enchantments, which I have a lot of opinions about, but you will have to tune into MTG Study Hall to hear them at some point. I'm sure I'll get on that track. I don't know how obviously the Color Pie has restrictions, but sometimes I don't necessarily agree with said restrictions. So that's kind of a bummer, because we are likely going to lose Calix here, but we can hopefully... Oh, opponent's thinking about something. Yeah, okay. That is probably the safest bet there. So we are going to Command Zone Calix. We could throw him in the yard, but I feel like it's more likely we'll get to 6 mana before we do that. So their board is getting there. I'm not thrilled about it. I'd like very much to answer Chandra. Nylea's not doing us any good right here. I think right now, we need to put creatures down. And if we put Bounty Agent down... Non-legendary permanent... Oh, that's right. Bounty Agent can't kill Planeswalkers. For some reason, maybe they put a legendary creature... Oh, getting shocked. Okay. So what might happen is we might see that minus on the Chandra to get the Slaying Fire to shoot our Bronzehide Lion, which would certainly be a bummer. What would take... Oh, no. Okay, they're going in hard. Which is okay with me. Oh, okay. They had an answer there, and unfortunately, we're not going to get to take advantage of our Bronzehide Lion's ability to throw that aura on, turn itself into an aura. We're doing okay, to be totally honest. We could be doing better, but we could be doing worse against the mono red deck. We just need it. We're just kind of starting to stall out on lands, which is not where we want to be. Okay. So we are going to Elspeth Conquers Death to Chandra, I think. Chandra's a really good card, and I don't want them to keep doing it to me, so... And that, we can use that to get a creature back. The middle tier of Elspeth Conquers Death is probably not going to be doing a ton to our opponent, but that's okay. Colorless non-land permanent. Okay, we don't probably need to worry about the Goblin Crater Maker. That is not going to be... That ability's not going to be that useful. The 2 damage target creature could come up. Tybalt, while annoying, not as annoying as Chandra. We do have some lifelink in the deck, but we aren't built off of it. So, gosh, we might just be... So, Eidolon of Obstruction would slow down... Or 3 2/2s. They might... Torbran coming in would suck. And if we do this, and if they can't play Torbran and activate Tybalt, we have a first striker, and then we get a big thing back, and we can hold the Once Upon a Time up. Yeah, I think we're going to play the Eidolon here. 1, 2, 3. And actually, we're gonna main phase this Once Upon a Time because I don't think we've played a land this turn. Have we played a land this turn, viewer? Gosh, is there anything we want? A Kenrith's Transformation? Don't think so. So we'll take the Temple of Plenty. Okay, we haven't played a land, but that's good. We can get that tap land in and get that Scry advantage. Paradise Druid is not helping us out. Okay. We're hanging in there. And we're going to hope our opponent doesn't top deck a land. Oh, wow, okay. Okay. Not great for us, but taking power off the board. Oh, let's hope that's not a land. Okay, it was a land. All right, there's Torbran, which isn't great. Because this is going to hurt. 9, 10, 11, 12. No, 10, 11. Okay. Going down to 6. Thankfully, we get something back. I'm going to pull our 3/3 back. We're going to give it a +1/+1 counter. And I'm trying to think what we can do here. We can... I think we Calix here. I think we're going to Calix, and we're going to exile... We are going to get rid of Torbran. We're going to throw Torbran under the Banishing Light. Get under there, Torbran. Our opponent is certainly coming at us, but we have pushed them off their commander for a while here. The Spear Spewer... Is that card really called Spear Spewer? You know, I never really looked that close at that. Is an actual clock at the moment. We're gonna have to deal with it, but we have means to do so. Oh, we want our opponent to draw land. They also have to decide whether or not they want to hit Calix because they are very keen on getting us to dead. I am certain of that. We got to load up the board pretty soon here. But they have to determine whether they want to swing out and lose one of their 1/1s. Now, honestly, yeah, okay. The play here is to... we're going to leave these 1/1s alive. We're going to block this one. If we block one of those, they would have shot Calix. We're going to go down to 3 here. Which is not great. Okay. First up, take up Calix. Let's see what we're playing with. Dryad.
Show me my path.
We need to gain some life, and we need to deal with the Spewer. But we can't turn it into a 3/3. I don't think that's a wise choice right now. Ooh, we are getting really close to... Well, okay, if they attack... Okay. We are first off Kenrith's transformationing that. Then we're gonna do the... This may seem weird, but we can't really take an attack from these 1/1s right now. We can't, because if we block them, they'll deal us damage. We can take 1 here. Oof, they top deck a land, though, we die. Yeah, okay, we need to hopefully draw. We are doing our best to get this under control. So Tibble needs to go away because we need to gain some life. And so we're going to hope our opponent doesn't draw a land, because if they draw an untapped land, it goes down into play. Their commander comes into play and they kill us. Okay, they didn't get that. Oh, that's a 3/3. I am a moron. Yeah. Wow. Wow, viewer. That is what we call a punt. Wasn't thinking there. I was treating the Kenrith transformation like it was a prison effect. So, whoops. They probably had that anyway. So, that's kind of a bummer, but that's okay. Let's give it another go. At least that game was faster than our last game on Monday. I would rather get beaten quickly. I'd honestly rather have a good, quick game where there's a lot of good back and forth than have a drag-out game that takes 20, 30 minutes that I win. Teferi. Ooh. This should be interesting and bad for us, because Teferi can bounce our enchantments. So that's no good. We're going to keep this because we have Once Upon a Time, and Once Upon a Time means we got to keep weird, iffy hands. We've got a lot of aggressive creatures, which I think we are probably going to need to be the... Excuse me. Excuse me. We are probably going to need to be the beat down this game. That was a tongue twister, so... Alrighty, we'll not play Castle Ardenvale and just play it this turn. We don't have anything else to do, and, I'd rather get that one on that one down, because in case we need that later on. Probably play a 3/3 this turn, and force our opponent to Teferi and bounce it, which is a shame. It would be that nice if we would have been... Oh, okay. I was like, are we really... I mean, I very well could be running a counterspell deck here. Thankfully, our deck is pretty sorcery speed, so Teferi's ability there isn't going to be as bad. I think a very likely play is land Teferi. Oh. Okay, still got a piece of removal for us, which is a bit of a bummer, but we can come back from that. We aren't doomed by any stretch of the imagination. And if we play our Paradise Druid, they won't be able to bounce with our Teferi because we'll have hexproof. So they will be forced to go up with Teferi if they play Teferi. Oh, okay. So one would assume they probably have a counterspell. So when our opponent has a counterspell, we play cheaper things that if they tap out to counter, we can still do other stuff. So obviously I would have liked to stick Calix right there because Teferi can't bounce Calix, but we are assuming the counterspell is coming in. Now the first error in games is going to be a tricky card to resolve here. We're going to put Destiny Spinner down and hope they don't have a board wipe. So we're going to see what they're doing here. All right, they're countering that. All right, and now we're going to bash in, because we want to stay aggressive here. And even if they Teferi, yeah, they can bounce the Paradise Druid, but they can't bounce the Paradise Druid and the Bounty Agent. So, okay. I think they might be hurting on land a little bit. They got 2 there, so we are going to risk this one and try and stick Calix and hope they don't have a 2-mana counterspell. It's possible they've got it, but we need to stay on our game here. There's the Disdainful Stroke. Disappointing for sure, but all is not lost. We can even try it again next turn, so... see what we got. Calix unfortunately can't answer Planeswalkers with that minus ability, but hey, Teferi can't bounce our Planeswalkers. Wow, okay. 4 mana up. Let's stick the first error in games. It does give, I should say, it does give us something. Okay, they're absorbing that, which is okay with me, because if we're losing something, I'd rather lose that than Heliod. Teferi is likely bouncing the Bounty Agent, and it's like I said in the previous game, it's a shame that if I could, I would happily... Oh, they bounce the Heliod. That makes sense. 3 mana up. They very well might have a counterspell on us again. Rapid Bite. We're just going to try and stick Calix, because we can play Calix again in the future. Ugh, hot collapse. Golly. That's a bummer. I mean, I'm not an anti-counterspell guy. I'll be honest with y'all, but it's also not fun. I don't love getting all my spells countered, but our opponent is not rolling in cards. They're likely going to bounce the bounty agent this time, which is going to get them another card. But we've got to keep putting pressure on the board. Oh gosh, we do not have. Oh, never mind. We are really hurting on the white front. So we got Heliod back in play. We'd love to draw another white mana. Oh my goodness gracious. Ah. Okay. What we cannot Elspeth Conquers Death. Okay, we are very limited in our options. Rabid Bite doesn't hit walkers. Oof. This is a real bummer, guys.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Our opponent is getting things under control, and losing our Heliod is a huge bummer. I think we're gonna Prison Realm our own Heliod in the chance that we can get rid of our Prison Realm, which we can get rid of it. We should be able to. Oh wait, we can't. He's not a creature right now. So yeah, we'll get rid of Teferi. Screw it. Make them replay that if they want to, and we'll get the Scry. Mostly, I'm just looking for the Scry because we just don't have a lot of great options here. Gosh. Renata would do stuff, actually, but I'm really digging. We need that other white. We can get some other stuff done if we can get that other white. Gosh, I also want to... We also need to be very careful because they might just get their Agent of Treachery back. Golly, I don't mind Agent of Treachery all that much, but I'll be honest with you, viewer, I don't love getting repeatedly Agent of Treachery, but I also don't love getting all my cards countered either, so... This game might be a good example of sometimes people do things we don't like, and we have to deal with it with as much good cheer as we can muster. And I'm certainly attempting to muster good cheer right now. I don't know how forced it seemed. All right, unsurprising. Teferi time. Raveler coming back in. And if I am not mistaken... Oh, they're bouncing our bounty agent. Okay. Yeah, better than getting their Agent of Treachery back. Not that we have anything worth stealing right now. I guess that puts us somewhere. Oh, hey, okay, Nissa does stuff. If they've got the counterspell on Nissa, we might be... Oh, my God! There are only so many 2-mana counterspells available in Brawl, and our opponent has had all of them. Oof, this is a bummer. And now they get to start making a big, dumb Agent of Treachery. We are going to just have to exile the Agent of Treachery. And we don't have another white. We can't. We are stuck on one white still. Oh my gosh, guys. This isn't going well. This is going bad. Oh, they gotta keep scrying like this. They've let's see. So what do they have? They got 38 cards in the library. We got 30. Okay, so we've they haven't seen a shocking amount more cards than we've seen, but they've gotten a lot of nice card selection. Oh my goodness gracious! I really wish we had our Heliod because okay, there's a white source. Hey, and it's setting us up another one. But now that we've got 2, we probably need some action. We're going to try to hit the Teferi. At least they can't bounce something and draw the card.
I'm getting too old for this.
Oh, are you getting too old for this, Teferi? Because I kind of feel like I'm getting too old for whatever's happening to me right now. So, what's going to happen here is we are going to try to resolve Elspeth Conquers Death and hope that our opponent has just burned through most of their counterspells, which I doubt because they've scryed at least 6 off of this card. We're going to try that. And if that works, we're going to push on through. We're going to, because we might be able to get Nissa back, and that would be good. If they counter that, we're going to concede because I'm tired of this. Let's try it. Swing and a miss. Oh, gosh. That was a bummer. I'm going to be honest with you. That was no fun. But control is the thing that people play. It is a reality of the game, and the game would be much worse without control. Gitrog again. So let's see if we can play this Gitrog opponent, and hopefully it is not the same Gitrog opponent as last time, because my God, I cannot handle another game that takes that long. This looks pretty okay. We have a little bit of early game, and we are relying on the Once Upon a Time to get us some white mana, which I think is a fairly safe bet. But we'll see. Mostly, I like seeing our really strong cards here. They will have a harder time dealing with our Heliod because of the indestructibility. We are going to Once Upon a Time right now, and we are going to nab that Temple Garden, and we are going to open up with that Temple Garden into play tapped. We can play our Starfield Mystic next turn, and then go into a turn 3 Smothering Tithe is the dream here. Or maybe a Stethian Champion. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield, we get a counter on her and draw a card, which is sweet. But the Smothering Tithe is... So we have some options. It depends. I think it's going to depend on whether or not we draw a land here. Because I don't want to fall off on our mana production, because I think we've struggled on some of these games because we just haven't gotten enough lands because we need to be doing a lot of stuff with our deck. So, okay, we didn't get the land, so we're going to put the Garenbrig down, and we're going to play the Smothering Tithe. I would have liked to have... the Stethian Champion would have been nice there, but let's be fair. We have plenty of other fun enchantment cards to be doing there. And Smothering Tithe, for those who don't know, an opponent draws a card. They have to pay 2, and if they don't, we get a treasure token, which is awesome. And because the Gitrog gets them more cards, we get more treasures. And so that is probably going to be a high priority target for our opponent. Nice, we got another land here. And we get to play a nice little combination here using our treasure to get Heliod down, which is going to put a counter here and going to draw us a card into more interesting, useful things that are being made cheaper and will draw us more cards. So... the deck's doing stuff, which is exciting because this has been a rough run so far, team. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm trying to stay chipper. Now, if they tap out... oh, yes. Oh. Okay, viewer. That's real good. We're real happy about that. Because we get to play... You know, we might play Conclave. Like, part of me wants to... yeah, okay, so we're going to play this, and we're going to use the Mystic to tap for white. We're going to tap like this. So the Tribunal's going to come in. We could have used Calix, but I want to keep drawing cards. So we're going to say bye-bye, Gitrog. And they are going to... okay, they're going to Evolving Wild in response, which is good for them because they're going to draw a card, but it's also good for us because we're going to get another treasure out of it. And ramping and fast mana is good. There's a few cards in Magic that are fast mana, and those are cards... that are, again, good. So, now we get to play the Eidolon of Obstruction. Draw another card. We aren't going to Blessing. I think that's a little more than we need to do right now. We're going to play our land for the turn. And then we are going to play Calix. See, that, yeah, this is why we play the Smothering Tithe ASAP. Because, we're doing all sorts of wacky stuff right now. And now we get to bash in for 9. Hey, well, I didn't promise you, but I should have promised you. This deck does stuff. It has been a rough run so far, but this deck really does do stuff. And now our opponent is going to be in a difficult position to answer all of the cool stuff we're doing right now. They're going to be dead really pretty soon here. Yeah. Even if they do another one of those, that 6 mana card that blew us out in the first on Monday's game. Gosh, even if they want to tap out for 6, and okay, yeah, there it is. There's the casualties of war. We're still okay. Like, we're still okay. Like, it hurt. It hurt, but that's all right. We've still got stuff. Now, I'm trying to see if we'll be able to get Heliod back up into Creaturedom yet. So we can get Dawn of Hope down. And yep, there we go. Heliod's back in action. Guardian Project? Yeah, Guardian Project. And we'll bash in with everybody. And keep the pressure up. I was looking, where's all our treasure? But they got rid of our Smothering Tithe, which was a really good idea, because that had gotten out of hand. Any game where somebody... I think that they get... yeah, I think they got everything. Anytime where somebody can 5-for-1 you and you still have board state, that's not too bad of a game, in my opinion. Gitrog coming back in. I was hoping we'd have the mana here, but... we can't... shooting the Gitrog doesn't do anything yet, so we're gonna... we are gonna offer up the. We're gonna offer up this stuff. We're gonna swing it. We're gonna keep the pressure up. We're gonna have him block somebody. Ooh, no. Okay. I just as we did this, I realized we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose the Heliod being a creature right now. But. We're going to decline that because we're going to do this. See? I can dig myself out of my own misplays. Oh, man. That was a neat interaction. For those of you who didn't know what was going on, I realized that I wasn't going to have enough power to finish Heliod off, so we gave somebody lifelink with Heliod Sun Crowned. Okay, there is a Garruk, which is a little bit of a bummer, but I think we're going to persevere through it. Gosh, this is that same place we're talking about. It's a bummer to be missing out on the lands here. I don't know. Oof, back down to only one white source. We're kind of stuck in that world right now, it seems like. I really don't want to let them get a Garruk ult off, but gonna fight one of these wolves. Ugh. Well, yeah, we're gonna make them block. They've got to block. There's nothing better to do here than this. Oh, I just realized. Oh, darn it! We are gonna lose our guy there. Right. He had 2 mark. Does he have 2 mark damage on him? Are we gonna? Or state-based act? Yeah. Okay. No. Okay. We're okay. We're okay by 1. I was like, yeah, state-based act. If I'm putting triggers on the stack, state-based action should have done stuff. Oh, okay. And they didn't ult Garruk, which is really good. They killed our creature, but we have a lot of things we can draw that will be surprisingly relevant. We just need to, get a land here, honestly. Our opponent got to play a lot of cards there, fill the board up. But we've got him at 3. And their commander costs a lot. And we're at 31. And we have a lovely selection on the board here. Okay. So Omen of the Sun is going to get Heliod up, I believe it should. Or are we down 1? Because he needs. Okay, no, we're missing 1. We're missing 1 there. That's okay. If we need to scry, we can, but I just really 1 white is going to go a long way here. Our opponent has, okay, the Field of the Dead's not that close. It's going to be really sad if this game slips away. Yeah, the Midnight, they're so close to dead, right? But they've got blockers. No, we don't let them keep the Midnight Reaper. That's going to get out of hand. Hopefully, if we can just get a flying creature or a Heliod going or something. If we just get a creature to play, we could get some cards off the Guardian Project. Ooh. That's... Yeah, we made the right choice on the block. They would have drawn a lot of cards off that. And I'm assuming we got... Did Garruk kill something this turn? I'm assuming the wolves are coming in. Oh, darn it. They got the Field of the Dead going. Is the Garruk... Okay, no. Garruk hasn't gone yet. Ugh. We might need to put some board wipes in this deck. I looked at a couple. That's something that we might need. Ugh. Okay, we can play Renata. Renata's a creature. Renata will draw us a card, which will hopefully be a land. Okay, it's not, and it's a card we can't play. It's a card that plays nice with Heliod. So that's not terrible. But our opponent... Oh, man, if we actually would have... They probably wouldn't have done it. If we leave the Midnight Reaper, they might have killed themselves. I'm sure they would have not done that. I'm sure they would have got a different route, but... I really thought we had this one, team. I guess getting 5 for 1 was too much. Now, if we draw a land, if we could get Heliod in play, we'd have him. If we would have drawn a land, we would have had it. But we can't draw a freaking land to save our lives. Okay. Okay, here we are. Wait, hold on. Hold on. So we're going to play the Dryad. We're going to draw a card. Oh, my God. All right, we're going to play Kendra's Transformation. We're going to make him bring the... See, we would have been able to... Heliod would have been a guy. If we would have played a land, we could have gotten Calix. We would have been able to exile the Gitrog. Heliod would have gone up, and then we would have bashed in, and they wouldn't have had... Oh, no, they have the 2 zombie blockers. They have the 2 zombie blockers. I'm crazy. Okay. Hey, there's a white. Maybe a little too late, but no, they... Okay. I was throwing a fit, but I was wrong. I didn't see those little guys sitting there untapped. Oh, boy. I mean, this game is getting way scarier than I wanted it to be. I am a little surprised. But again, this card is good. This card wins you games. This is a reason to be in black-white. Are we... Oof. Okay. Gitrog's back in action. Ugh. And that, I believe, is that, team.
Stay on the trail.
Oof. I've seen this. I've played against this deck a bunch, and, like, Calix is always... I mean, I guess I play pretty creature-heavy decks. Yeah, they got this one. Well, I'm not quite sure what we need to do, but we're going to play a couple more games with it on Friday, and then we might make some tweaks to the deck, kind of see what's going on. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. This has been Brawlin with Brett. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more of me, I'm here on TCG University doing these videos, doing MTG Study Hall, all sorts of stuff. Like, subscribe, you know the drill. Patreon, $1 gets you access to extra videos and the Discord, which is fun, and you get to harangue me. So that's an option. So tune in Friday. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a good one.